Sometimes I think we got to ask ourselves that question: do we want to stay on the shallow side of life or move to the deep end of life in which God becomes our only lifeguard?
Willing to be yourself in the sight of people, no matter what people think. I think that's what it's all about. Welcome back to another video, all my great people that follow me on YouTube. Listen, I just want to thank y'all for all the support that y'all have shown this year. Today's video is going to be a little bit interesting because next month, well, really this month was the month that I really got my CDL 3 years ago while I was on school break. If y'all seen that video where I went to Roadmaster, and out of this 3-year mark, there's been a lot that has happened. A lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of learning tips, and a lot of things that have really taken place. And I want to share what my 3-year trucking experience looks like and some of the do's and don'ts that I have implemented and that I'm going to continue to try to implement, and that you should also, if you choose to be in trucking or if you're in trucking. And also, I want you to think about what you can comment if you've been in trucking longer than me or shorter than me that you can teach me that I shouldn't do or that I should do to be better or to not be worse. Stay tuned for the video. Make sure you like, you comment, subscribe, and look, stay tuned for more. Let's get it. So first and foremost, I want to say one of the first do's that you should try your best to implement is try your best to build your credit. Build your credit while you have the opportunity to be on the road, while you have the opportunity to sit there, and even if you don't make a lot, try to build your credit. You know, a lot of us, we get trucking loans. A lot of us come out here and we get, or we come out here in debt. One of the first things that I wanted to do was get my trucking loan paid off. My trucking loan was about $7,000. So that helped me build my credit to where I got my credit, to a substantial amount of the score that I wanted to be, which is the 700s, and then you just keep growing. So one of the things that you want to do with your money is figure out how to build your credit, pay off loans, pay off debt, pay back things that you can pay off as you have the opportunity to truck. I would say the second thing that you want to learn when it comes to building your credit also is the simple fact that credit can save you in seasons of famine. Let me give you an example. In seasons where, the trucking business may not be working, in seasons where the trucking business may not be successful, if you have 5 to 6 figures in credit, because it's a possible thing to do when you build your credit, whether that's authorized user, whether that's whatever capacity that you know how to build your credit from, it can really save you from being stressed out, and it can save you from always expecting things from the trucking industry. And that brings me to the next point, is one of the don'ts that I've learned in this trucking industry is to not have expectations. You see, one of the things that a lot of us come in this industry with, because especially from the pandemic in 2020, which is the 3-year mark, and from when I got my CDLs, is we came in with expectations for always to stay the same, for us always to be able to make the same money, for us to always have the best trucking job, for us to always just have all the things in order. That's not the truth. The truth of the matter is, if you don't have expectations, then you won't be failed or you won't be let down. One of the things that I learned when I first came in the industry, I did have expectations. I had expectations in my first year to make 70 to 80 to 90,000 because they promised it and because that's what was promoted as the propaganda. But the truth is, as I'm growing into this journey of in the trucking industry and things like that, it's the simple fact that just have no expectations. Just be thankful for wherever you place, and be thankful knowing that God won't place you somewhere that you won't. And even if you're not somebody that's in the faith, understand something, that life is not coincidental. Be thankful for where you at and figure out how to maximize every dollar, building your credit and doing things that won't allow you to have expectations so you can be let down and want to quit or want to fail. This brings me to the next point. The next point that we want to come into is the second do. The second do that you want to try your best to do is implement as many books. When we on the road, one of the luxuries of truck drivers is either you can talk on the phone all day, or you can sit and read books or listen to audio books and things like that. You can figure out more ways to create incomes as you are sitting riding the road, because it's one of the most freest places or freest things you can do where nobody's micromanaging you, depending on what company you're working for. So try to read as many books and learn as much as you can. That was something that I literally excel in my ability to gather information as I've been driving in the past 3 years. I'm talking about my books have tripled from going from college where, you kind of forced to read books, to now where I just consciously read books so that it can help me know, different aspects of the market, different aspects of credit, things like that. Read as many books as possible in this industry. So this brings me to the point of our second and third don't. First, second don't is don't excessively move companies. You see, one of the things that is a trickling effect is when you have expectations, somehow you begin to excessively want to move companies, thinking that some company will be able to offer some versus the other. Let me tell you this. These companies match up the pay grade, they match up the benefits, they match up these things. So you just got to figure out which one is more beneficial to you, because I learned a hard lesson when I was, first had my first lease truck after just 3 or 4 months in trucking. I was making 3 to 4 grand. Thought that it was more, thought that some company could offer more, that I can go out, jump on my own. I learned a hard lesson as a young man, but now I know. You take what you're given and you be thankful for that, and you continuously ride that wave. Don't excessively move companies, because some companies require you to have less company work history to show that you can be consistent, that you really want to get somewhere and stay, that you're just not hopping and jumping because you don't know what you want in life. So one of the things I've learned to don't do is excessively move companies. Try to stick where you've been planted and just build and grow with that. And this brings me to the third don't. Third don't is do not, through the best of your ability, get in any truck incidents or truck accidents. They stay with you for 7 to 10 years. I'm gonna tell you, they are a pain in the butt. They hunt you. They hunt you. No matter how much better of a driver you become, they hunt you. And that's why it's very important for us to take our time, follow the rules, and to literally understand the dangers of the trucking industry. That it's not just about the revenue, but that it's a real life career, and that we're dealing with real people, real cars, and real things surrounding us every single day that we hit the road. And this leads me to the last point of what we should do. And this is actually the most important part. And that's why you say the best for last. And that is for us to simply keep God first. See, if you keep God first, you can be protected from the spiritual warfare of things such as getting in truck accidents. I'm a byproduct of a truck accident because of spiritual warfare. Oh, that's a beautiful eagle. So I want us to understand that when we keep God first, God keeps us from things, he protects us, and he actually plants us in the exact places that we need to be. Now that can be, oh, this eagle is literally flying over. Now that can sound very cliche, right? That eagle cool. That can sound very cliche, but can I tell you the truth? It is a statistic that works. When you have faith in the Lord, somehow you're always protected. Oh, where is this eagle at? Oh, it's one. And that's something that I would say is actually the biggest do in this industry, if I'm being honest, is keeping God first. If you don't keep God first, somehow you'll end up in places around people and situations that you probably should not be, and it'll harm you more than it is beneficial to you. These are some of the do's and don'ts in my 3-year span of trucking that I've learned. If you keep God first in the beginning and the end, it'll always be fruitful. And I'm not talking about the God of money, the God of America, the American dream. I'm talking about Jesus Christ, the one that comes and changes you, that allow you to see the bigger picture and why you in trucking, why you doing what you're doing, how you supposed to take care of your family. And this is what keeps you from all of the things, of excessively being consistent, not knowing what you want in life, not feeling like you know your purpose, not reading more, even reading the Bible more, reading books to educate yourself more, things like that, not knowing how to build your credit, because credit is something that you can utilize in life to be better in the trucking industry, not knowing your direct niche and uniqueness in what area of trucking that you can be beneficial to the world in. All of these things go with keeping God first. These are some of the important do's and don'ts, but I'm gonna tell you like this: comment some of the do's and don'ts that you can be beneficial to me and that has been beneficial to you, in whether you got 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years in trucking, so that we can continuously build and grow this industry, from this aspect of YouTube and just from with one another. I pray that this can help all that watch it. And look, stay tuned for more videos. Whatever you do, don't go and not come back. Return, like, comment, and share. And look, I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Find who you are, live in spirit, and find peace.
Our lives are meant to be legacies for somebody else, for generations to come. And we got to continue to walk after that and do things that are courageous.